long ago. Can you believe, like, I was 3 years old.
I couldn't even hold my controller properly back then.
I know, so it's a good thing that it's free now.
Hi
everyone. We are here to tell you about Fallout 3.
Game of the Year Edition that was released October 28th of 2008, which makes it almost exactly 14 years ago, and we couldn't almost believe it. It's finally free after 14 years from Epic. Here it is.
So for everyone asking how long will it take for Red Dead Redemption 2 to be free, well, apparently maybe about 14 years, something like that. Yeah. What kind of game is this, Mikhail?
The game is story.
It's
talking about the story.
Based.
It is a first-person post-apocalyptic open-world RPG.
That's right. The story is you are supposedly born in Vault 101 after a nuclear holocaust has basically destroyed the entire world. And you grow up in the vault until you're, what, 20 years old? 18, 20 years old, something like that?
From the very little baby.
Yeah. And then, because of some unfortunate circumstances that we won't spoil, you get out of the vault and have to go and find your father who has escaped.
And the game is full of choices. It is a true open world of 22,000 square kilometers in size, where you see a structure and you can actually go there right from the beginning. And the game actually rewards you for exploring.
A lot. This is the first thing I did, actually, because I spent 2 years living close to Washington, D.C. And as soon as I came out of the vault and saw the Washington Monument in the distance, I thought, I'm going there. It wasn't easy because I was pretty low level. But this game is kind of split into two types of environments. There is the open world wastelands that are, well, pretty wasted. It's a lot of dust, a lot of destroyed buildings, and it all looks very similar. Then the second part is what in other games you would call dungeons. That is going into buildings, going underground, exploring environments. These types of environments have some more variety than the large over wasteland open world.
And probably the best feature about the game is the combat system that is called VATS, that stands for Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, where you can spend your action points that you've seen just behind us. The time freezes, and then you can see and target specific part of the body of the enemy, and to see the status of how likely you're gonna hit someone. So you can really choose the spot and do a critical hit.
This isn't something so new now, but it was very innovative at the time, especially because it's not just about hitting the enemy anywhere and getting its health points down. You could try to hit its leg and make it go more slowly.
But it is very limited on action points, so you cannot do it all the time. Otherwise, it's like first-person normal game.
And this game is full of possibilities and options, starting with, like all Bethesda games, at least starting with Oblivion and Fallout 3. You can pick up so many things. A lot of it is useless, but you don't know that until you pick it up and try it and see if maybe you can sell it or do something with it. Like, the majority of things seem like you can collect them if you want.
Toys, books.
Yeah.
Caps.
The number of weapons in this game is quite impressive also. Not only your standard weapons, no need to list them, but laser guns, flamethrowers, mini nuclear weapon launchers, and lots of things in between. As well as clothes, you can customize your armor and kind of modularly add different parts of armor that you find, upgrade them, repair them. There's all sorts of systems.
And this is RPG first, so you actually have like strength, vitality, and you gonna actually put the points to each one as you please, but you get actually special perks that are quite unique.
This gives you a lot of options to be exactly the type of character that you want. The replay value, like most Bethesda RPGs, the replay value is basically unlimited, because then you can play the same game but as a completely different type of character and do completely different things. You don't even have to follow the main story or finish it ever. You can just live in this world.
And this is a Game of the Year edition, which means it includes all 5 DLCs, which gets you to new locations, a new story, or rising your level cap, max level cap.
So I suppose that brings us to the main question.
Should you play it in 2022?
That's the key. And on top of that, you should know that right now this game is free. From the Epic Games Store, you'll have 1 week starting the week of October 20th, 2022. So if you see this review soon enough, go and claim it, keep it in your library forever, install it whenever you want. And that is what we do on this channel. That's why we're reviewing Fallout 3, a 14-year-old game, because we review every free game from the Epic Games Store so that you don't have to waste your time on bad games or be bored ever again. So Fallout 3, you finished it a long time ago.
Include all the DLCs, yes.
And although I am a huge fan of Elder Scrolls, I had never played a Fallout game. So
that is surprising.
I didn't have time to finish it, of course,
Right.
but I got into it. And okay, the main negative thing, and the main reason I never played it before, is the visuals and the environments. Now, a 14-year-old game, the visuals are pretty good for a 14-year-old game. I have no problem with the visuals. My problem is with the environments. There is not a lot of variety. There is not a lot of beauty in this game. It's hard to find things that are beautiful. There's some nice views like this one. Okay, perfect. I don't find the game, the setting of the game to be beautiful. The graphics are okay. And that's why I never played it before. And even playing, I thought this doesn't motivate me a lot to explore because I don't see like there's a waterfall out there or something. But the systems are really interesting. The depth of the RPG system is great. I love the karma system that we didn't talk about, but it means if you make positive or negative choices, that affects how characters react to you and the options that you have. I would have liked to see that fleshed out more, but I really like the consequences of your actions there. And most of all, the story. Now, good video games often either choose to tell you the story through characters or to tell you the story through the environment.
Yes.
This one does both. And being able to learn about the world and the characters from just clues that are left around or from being able to ask characters about it just brings another level of life and layers to it that really pulled me in, and I really liked it. It's not my favorite game of the genre even, but it's really enjoyable, lots of possibilities, and of course, it's a yes for me. Now that it's free, of course you should play it.
Okay, I guess you know what I'm going to say because I have finished the game,
Right.
but I've looked at the game again after 14 years. I pick it up again, and I can tell some things I didn't like about it. And that is the visuals, as you said.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, and the sound is still so great.
Yeah.
So you really feel like you are in the wasteland. And because of that, I find the world beautiful. And the only thing that didn't age so well on the visuals is the characters and the faces. That is the downside, as well as there are still bugs, both visuals, you get stuck and so on. And it will never be fixed. It will never be perfect.
At this point, yeah.
And I remember it was not a problem now for me after 14 years, but at the very first time when I played it, the Pip-Boy, it's quite difficult to manage at the beginning because it's too complex and not so easy friendly.
I found it difficult to figure out where to get the information that I wanted as a new player. Absolutely, yeah.
But if you play other Fallouts, you'll be like at home.
It doesn't take that long to figure out.
Yeah. So even after 14 years, this is a great game, and the more you play it, the more you get used to its visuals, to its world. So the more you play it, the better it gets. So if you, Caleb, would play it more, I'm sure you would say more good things about it. So that's why you should try it as well. Don't look at it like it's an old game. Yes, it's gold. Old, but gold.
All right, let us know what you think if you're going to be playing Fallout 3 for the first time now that it's free, or if you are an old fan and maybe this is motivating you to get back and try it again with a different character type.
And don't forget there are a lot of not patches, but from
mods.
Of course, we don't know how is it going to be affected on Epic Games Store because they have the modes, but it's not fully supported.
That is a big problem because Bethesda games are there's a lot about mods, but we don't know how well they'll be supported. Well, we're going to find out since it's releasing about 10 minutes after we finish this review. So that's what we're going to see. Let us know down in the comments your opinions about that. And remember, there's lots more free games coming from the Epic Games Store. If you didn't know already, we review all of them. So subscribe so you never have to be bored again.
And hope to see you next time.
Bye.